welcome to our NewsX podcast show. Today with me is Rasheed Kidwai. Hello, sir. Welcome to our show. How's the feeling right now?
Thank you, Chitvan. Thank you for this invitation. I am
You're
feeling
most
very
welcome, sir.
excited. I do not know what you're going to ask me and how I'm going to respond, but let's go ahead.
Sir, it's a normal conversation. It's a natural one. So, my first question to you, sir. What mean journalism to you?
Oh, that's a very interesting question, and I think it's a very response has to be slightly, layered. I think journalism is a passion. It's not a profession. It is
True.
something like I can give from my own example. I was studying in St. Stephen's College, and I was, I was writing. I was fond of writing, so I would do some bit of radio. There used to be a program called Yuvvani on Akashvani, so I would do such, programs and write about sports, about cricket, football, hockey, etc. And then, but my father was from Indian Economic Service, and he wanted me to appear for civil services.
Oh,
And I
nice.
actually filled a form, but I didn't go for, there is a thing known as a prelim, written examination. I didn't appear. A date came and went away, and I had no tinge of regret. And my father was quite furious that why, I at least didn't make an
What
attempt
was your thought process behind that?
because I thought, I'm not, made for it. I always felt that, doing a kind of, a job is not my
Hmm.
idea of, happiness.
Oh.
So I wanted to do something like journalism or law or
Hmm.
something where I feel strongly about, for and against. And I think this is something that, that keeps a journalist going happy.
Hmm.
Mind you, it is for a long time, at least for me, it was not a very kind of paying thing. If I had become a IAS or a foreign service person or any of those things in railways, customs, etc.,
Hmm.
without adopting to other means that many IAS unfortunately are accused of, I would have been better off. But
Yeah.
when I look back, I think
Hmm.
it was a very good chance because I was able to look at not only our
True.
country, our
Hmm.
people, communities, but even abroad, and that gave a lot of insight. So today,
Exactly.
I feel far more satisfied.
Sir, why you choose the journalism only? There was many more field.
I think journalism is something that it's very interactive.
Exactly.
You don't go by what you feel is right or wrong.
Hmm.
So you get a lot of responses and some of the fabulous responses, and you get to meet variety of people. One day, I mean, I'm just talking when I was doing journalism,
Hmm.
very active journalism. One day I would be meeting Kabir Bedi.
Oh,
The other day I
nice.
would be meeting a seasoned politician like Network Singh or someone. A lot of upcoming. I remember I had done a profile of a Miss India Shikha Swaroop at that
Oh,
point of
very
time.
nice.
She was
Wow.
also a Stephanian. But
Hmm.
I'm saying that so it gave a lot of variety and there was a lot of
Exactly.
excitement in what I was doing.
So, sir, were you ever been in media industry before becoming an author?
Yes, so I had a lot of idea. A lot of my family members were in this profession. They were kind
Yes.
of senior editors in various publications.
Mm-hmm.
So that had so I knew what I was getting into.
True.
And as I said, this was an addiction. I was not so much bothered
Exactly.
about how am I paid and what is
Hmm.
my work schedule. And I would work in various sections of a newspaper. I remember at that time Rajiv Gandhi had died. And I
Oh.
remember that whole night, we
Hmm.
worked to produce the paper. And then we had brought out a kind of special supplement on Rajiv Gandhi. And I met a lot of politicians, Manishankar Iyer and all who were the real leading lights of that day, of that time. And Chitwan, that gave me very good, interesting
Hmm.
thing about. So I met a politician and who, I mean, he would write in English. But when I spoke to him, he
Hmm.
said, "आप लिख के ले आओ, मुझे तो English आती नहीं."
Oh.
So, so I did. So I couldn't, I
Hmm.
mean, so I was not aware of this whole idea of ghostwriting, etc. So a lot of, so to say, what is under the belly also I came
Exactly.
to know about that.
तो आपने उनसे पूछा नहीं कि आपको तो इंग्लिश आती नहीं तो देन व्हाई यू सेड टू मी दैट यू गोना राइट इन इंग्लिश?
So that is what I'm saying. So,
Yeah.
the politicians, what they do and what they practice and what they
Exactly.
are, there is a
Hmm.
lot of contradictions, and
Hmm.
not only politicians, among others. So
Hmm.
as a journalist, you see some of the bad people. The bad people are
Exactly.
not bad people.
Hmm.
and
That is
and
true.
and those who are very kind of have a lot of thing, image building. And
Hmm.
I don't want to give names. Even now we have a lot of politicians who who are very different what we saw them
Hmm.
in 2011, 12 period, 13 period, the India against corruption, and what they turn out to be. So there is a lot of contradictions in human personality.
Exactly. So my very basic question to you, like how you met Priya Sehgal?
Oh, oh, that's a very interesting question. Actually, I met Priya Sehgal
Huh.
in college
Oh,
when
very
I was.
nice. You were in the
Uh,
same
we
college?
were in the same
Oh,
college. I was in
wow.
St. Stephen's College. I was going out and she was coming in.
Which
So
year, sir?
that was, I think, it was very that I think it was 1989 or something like
Oh,
that. And
crazy.
so that's what I'm saying. You were not
Hmm.
born,
Yeah,
and
true.
and that I found her, to be very studious person, a person who
She
would
is.
stick to her, work, and she
Hmm.
was not very. She was doing English honors, and I remember that whole, batch of hers. She was no nonsensical person. I mean,
Yes.
she's still and now is that. And
Hmm.
many years, then I went abroad. She was doing something else, and then one day, and we were working for the same group. I was with the
Oh,
Telegraph.
wow.
This I'm talking about. I think sometime 96,
Hmm.
97, 98, those kind of period. And she was working for Sunday, which was our
Sunday
kind of
Garden.
for
Yeah,
another
yeah.
no, the Sunday magazine, which was
Sunday
belonged to
magazine.
the
Oh.
ABP. No, it ceased to be this. Then she was with Outlook, and then she was India
Hmm.
Today. So we kept, and we were on the kind of Congress
Connect.
beat.
Oh,
And there was something very
nice.
interesting about it. So there was
Hmm.
somebody from Indian Express, there was somebody from Dainik Jagran, and there
Hmm.
was Priya Sehgal and me, and we were known as Gang of Four.
Oh,
The Gang of
wow.
Four was not very complimentary because we would actually go to politicians and write about political events
Exactly.
in a very ruthless manner. So people
Hmm.
would fear us.
Oh, very nice. So, how long it would take you to be in sort of this position right now?
Yeah, so I think that's a very interesting thing you're asking. A lot of hard work goes in because,
Exactly. True.
like, Priya has written books, I have written books. So, in order to get into, behind, you must understand the dynamics. So, see, the
Exactly.
journalism demands a multidisciplinary approach. It's a holistic
Of
way of
course, sir.
looking at. So, you
Hmm.
need to know not only history, political science, sociology,
Hmm.
psychology, all kind of, logies are there that you
Exactly.
ought to know in that too. And then you have to be kind of disengage in the sense that you have to be in it and yet
Hmm.
outside.
True.
It is very difficult. I mean, today I don't want to be critical, but I'm saying journalists of now a present generation are taking very strong positions
Exactly.
without knowing.
Hmm.
Actually, there's a lot of shade of gray. Every
Exactly.
human personality is very good, and
Hmm.
the parts which are not so good. So you have to be very careful and in assessment.
Exactly. So, sir, did you like journalism and did you like right now what is media is playing with the news and everything?
Yeah, I think there are a lot of people are quite agitated. I don't look at it
Exactly.
that way. I actually look at it. See, the media is facing a lot of challenges. First
Exactly.
major challenge is
Hmm.
technology.
True.
See, this mobile journalism, or the presence of mobile and the related technology, internet, etc. It has made everyone a journalist. But
Yes.
what the journalists would do or still do, there
Hmm.
are a lot of research, references,
True.
putting things in context, etc.
Hmm.
Now, somebody who's not trained
Hmm.
would not know. And another thing, Chitvan, I want to say that
Hmm.
there is very little training at the entry level. If you look at whether it's medicine or
Yeah.
law or civil services,
Hmm.
there are a lot of gatekeepers are there. You need to
Exactly.
qualify entrances. In journalism, there is
Hmm.
not even a degree is required.
Exactly.
So in a way, it's very good,
Yeah.
but in a way, it brings and the process of socialization, how our likes and dislikes have
Hmm.
built the kind of atmosphere the way we are grown up. Now the
True.
thing is that somebody coming from very different background, so people are coming from very diverse background, and
Exactly.
that is posing a lot of challenges.
Hmm.
So there is no uniformity. Recently, the Press Council of India, a delegation had come. They met me, and they wanted to know whether there should be educational qualification like graduation
Oh.
also a
Okay.
must for journalism.
Okay.
My answer was yes and no. But
Hmm.
I am saying media organizations need to make more investment in training, mid
Exactly.
level, higher level, and of course the entry level, so that
True.
journalists become better communicators, better leaders, and they get the best of the whatever industry is offering.
Sir, I don't want to leave you right now, but this is my last question to you. My last question is that which one is your favorite politician or the worst one you ever met in your life?
I think a lot of politicians are very interesting. I mean,
True.
Sharad Pawar, for instance, is very interesting
Nice.
because many times he says and does the opposite. Or so I mean, and I always relish a lot of politicians because they tell a lot of stories. So
Yes.
somebody was saying somebody owed somebody money. So that fellow said, "Okay, come to the railway station." He went to
Hmm.
airport and he found him there. He was
Oh.
so those kind of tales are the ones I think politicians
Hmm.
are very good storytellers. My favorite, as I said, is at the present lot is Sharad Pawar, Farooq
Wow.
Abdullah, Sachin
We are
Pilot.
getting nice names. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you for watching NewsX podcast. Thank you so much.